Congratulations to the Evansville MPO. They've been recognized with the Outstanding Planning Project Award for their partnership with WNIN and the production of Healthy Air, Healthy Communities.
If you look at pedestrian traffic alone, those that want to use, whether it be our state highways, county roadways, or just our sidewalks, there are several rules that you have to follow, and it's really for the safety of everyone.
Safe bicycling is as much an attitude as anything else. If you go out and act like you own the road, you're just going to be unsafe and you're looking for problems.
We don't expect people to sit in 95 degrees in a car that's getting hot, or to be sitting freezing. But if they turn it off when they can, and still be comfortable, we think that's going to save emissions, and it's going to save them some money too.
Funding provided by the U.S. Department of Transportation CMAQ program.
Thank you for joining us for Healthy Air, Healthy Communities. In this episode, we'll give you a few walking and biking tips, particularly tips for these cold winter months. We'll also look at the negative effect of idling your vehicle too much and what commercial fleets can do to reduce their carbon footprint, including participating in Indiana's volunteer idling program. Common sense and a few basic rules will go a long way for you to establish a safe pedestrian experience.
The laws are basically for pedestrians. You want to avoid impeding the flow of traffic.
If you look at pedestrian traffic alone, those that want to use, whether it be our state highways, county roadways, or just our sidewalks, there are several rules that you have to follow, and it's really for the safety of everyone.
If you're in a municipality, you want to use the sidewalks. You want to cross the street at designated crosswalks, go to intersections, go to safe zones to cross the roadway.
If you were to be at an intersection in the city, then in that case, if it is marked or otherwise has a spot where pedestrians can cross, they do have that right of way.
In the rural areas of Vanderburgh County specifically, there are no sidewalks, so people are just sharing the roads with motorists.
If there's no crosswalks or anything designated for those pedestrians, then they have to yield to the motor vehicle, which makes sense.
So we try to tell people to walk along the furthest shoulder of the road, be mindful of traffic coming to and from.
Proper footwear is the first step to a long-term commitment to walking.
A good pair of shoes should be well cushioned. The front third of the shoe can bend, but the back 2/3 of the shoe cannot bend. The shoe should not be able to twist as well. You should measure your feet at the end of the day, because that's when your feet are the biggest, and you should measure them every time when you buy a shoe, because your feet do change with age. Usually for good winter weather shoes, you need a good shoe that has good ankle control, usually more of a high top shoe.
It's highly encouraged, especially if you're in an area where it's low lit or no lit at all. Use either reflective clothing or a hue of the type of cloth that is much brighter than your dark hues.
I think something that I notice people do who are walking that we need to really watch and probably change is people walk with headphones on now. They're playing music, so they can't use their ears to hear approaching traffic. I know it's something to do to help pass time away, but I would strongly suggest if you're out on the roadways to keep yourself safe. Do not put anything that's going to obstruct your ability to hear.
In many cases of automobile and pedestrian accidents, it is the pedestrian who is under the influence and not the person behind the wheel.
I think we would want to tell people about being out in the public impaired is a dangerous endeavor, period. Whether you're walking, bicycling, driving a car.
Is equally dangerous as someone walking on the side or shoulder or the sidewalk of the road intoxicated as it is the operator of any motor vehicle.
Winter brings a new set of challenges to walkers. Ice and snow turn our roads into bobsled tracks, making driving difficult and walking hazardous.
Stay off the traveled roadways where people have got some speed going, they're narrow, and with the elements on the road could cause someone to slide, lose control of their vehicle.
The roadway that's going to have less friction, a pedestrian that's not going to be able to probably move as fast or may slip and fall themselves in the process of doing it, but also that they have a delay, a perception reaction time to actually move. And so all those factors come into play where somebody could get hurt or killed.
The most important thing is to keep your safety in mind.